Hey, this is Jonah Ray. You're listening to the Droids Canada podcast, and I need to let AJ know to eat a bag of dicks.
Amazing.
Hey, this is Solid Snake, and you're listening to Droids Canada. So, pay some damn attention.
This is David Faustino.
Hello, this is Andrew Chalmers, the writer and doctor in Doctor Who Dark Journey.
This is Dr. Stevo.
Everybody, this is the Cavernator.
This is Inspector Gadget.
Hey, what's cracking, y'all? It's your boy J-Rock.
Good evening, folks. This is James DeVal.
This is Jeremy Taggart.
This is Kim Possible.
I'm Chris Holden-Reed.
Hey, this is Pat Mastroianni from Degrassi.
This is the evil Dr. Bad Vibes. Again, this is Messy Bear. And this is more from X-Men.
Hey, this is Andrew Gazzess.
This is Sean Gunn.
Hi, this is Robert Carradine.
It's Tammy Stronach from The Neverending Story.
Hey, it's Zach Callison.
Hey, I'm DJ Jenny Rock.
And I'm Neil Young.
I'm Commander Shepard.
Ralph Garman here. You're listening to Droids Canada. You've made an excellent choice. You have chosen wisely.
Warning. Listener discretion is advised.
That means there's a lot of fucking swearing.
Hello.
So I'm here. This is Todd from Droids Canada. Forgot to say my name. No Todd from Droids Canada. And I am here with the hilarious Jonah Ray. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm feeling very hilarious.
Very hilarious. I mean, I got into podcasting because I started listening to a lot of different podcasts, such as like the Nerdist, stuff like that. And that was like the first time I was ever exposed to you, is when you ended up on that show. And it was you, Matt Mira, and Chris Hardwick as well. So is there ever going to be a time you guys need to get back together and do like one big hostful again, or is that?
I don't know. We were kind of wrapping it up a bit, it was slowly kind of like getting far and few between, and I wanted to do a thing where it's it's kind of like what we did with what me, Kumail, and Emily did with the Nerdist, with the Meltdown show,
right?
Which was before it became like a version of itself that wasn't like as strong or consistent. We wanted to wrap it up, and that's what I was kind of that's what I kind of wanted to do with it.
Sure.
Just kind of have it be a specific time and place for the podcast,
right?
And then have that be it. So. I don't know. You never know what can happen down the line. But Matt's got a kid. Matt writes on the Goldbergs. Chris is got 3 shows. I'm running around the country and to back and forth to England all the time. So it's it gets hard to do this stuff.
My buddy is really into Mystery Science Theater 3000, and when he's like, "Oh, it's coming back," he was kind of on the fence about it. But when he heard your name was attached to it, he got super excited about it. That's so cool. What was your motivation about that? Get into Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Well, I mean, my motivation. I mean, I've always loved the show. It's not like I got to decide. I'm like, I'm gonna, hey Joel, I'm gonna do it. He asked me, and it was a literal dream come true. So it's like the idea of being able to be involved in it is still kind of, it's gnarly. It's weird. It feels like it shouldn't have happened. Yeah. But it's to be able to do it and to like have it not destroy it, and to not be the reason it was terrible, and to also have kids getting into it now, kids that were my age when I got into it, 12, 11, 13, stuff like that. It's really kind of amazing to be there. I'm like their Joel, or I'm their Mike, and that's really, really weird to me.
Now, is there maybe a show you've always wanted to get involved with, maybe creatively, maybe write for it at one point, or throw in your own 2 cents about it?
That was that show. It was like
just Mystery Science 3000.
Well, I mean, growing up, that's why I was like, I had dreams of being the host of it, and then it went away, of course, and then I started. I wanted to be on SNL. I wanted to be. I always wanted to be like a sketch guy on Letterman. Like a guy that shows up, in the bits or Conan or something like that. But I've kind of in a way gotten to do all the things I've wanted to do in versions of them. Like I got to have my own stand-up show on Comedy Central. I got to have my own sketch show in the form of, Hidden America. I got to do Mystery Science. It's kind of one of those things where George, and I'm not comparing myself to George Lucas. George Lucas wanted to do Flash Gordon. They wouldn't give him the rights, so he made Star Wars.
Right, fair enough. What's next for you?
Right now I'm writing a script with the co-creator of The In-Betweeners, which was a great show out in England, a really great comedy show. We're writing a comedy, a narrative comedy, ensemble comedy for BBC.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. And so And that's pretty much what you're working on right now. Nothing else beyond that inside the future? Maybe no other podcast or anything like that besides Meltdown?
Well, no, the Meltdown's was a podcast. It was a TV show.
TV show, that's right.
That was never a podcast version of that. But no, I mean, like I'm doing that script. I've been directing some music videos. I have an album full of Weird Al covers coming out in August on Asian Man Records. I am going to do a new hour special stand-up early next year. And I'm also I've been writing a screenplay based off of the comic book Little Depressed Boy.
Wow, and I thought I was busy. You're just saying, well, let's see what the next thing comes up. It just seems like you got a ton of things all the way down the line. That's good for you, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, from when I started doing comedy, it's all about getting plates spinning and hopefully keeping them up, and then hopefully food lands on one of them, because it's great to be a starving artist because it keeps you driven, but it's also you gotta sell some
merch.
headshots.
I understand that very well.
Yeah.
Gotta hawk some merchandise. Totally understand.
Yeah, exactly.
So how long have you been on the con circuit for? Because I know you did panels at San Diego and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the first time being as a guest. Is this the first time you've ever been just as a guest, or
this is the fourth time I've done this. The first one was at Dragon Con last year in Atlanta, which was the first time, and then I did. I booked myself onto. I inquired with Crypticon up in Seattle, which is a horror convention.
Okay.
And I was up there, and that was really cool. I was on a table next to Barbara Day and Ray Wise, just like great character actors. And then I did Florida SuperCon a couple weeks ago, and then I'm doing this one. Yeah.
Nice. You ever want to come up to Canada? Because I might know a guy who might want to take you.
Yeah, I mean, I love Canada. I'm a huge fan of Letterkenny.
Letterkenny. Yeah. It's funny, we ran an advertisement for Letterkenny up in Canada. Those guys are quite a hoot, man. To hang out with and stuff like that.
I bet.
They had us just dying the entire time we were there.
That's a 10-4, good buddy.
I think it was the one episode that we what was it? Was it Fart Book?
Oh,
that we tapped out at. We're like, what the fuck are we watching?
Yeah. I love that. That's like the third episode where it's like you're like, oh, it's just kind of this like grounded show about these guys, and then like all of a sudden they're like making a Facebook page for farts, and I love how silly it is.
Well, the company I was working for, they said, hey, do you want to advertise Letterkenny? I'm like, well, I've heard of them. I never really watched the show. Yeah. So we downloaded the show, and we got to the third episode and watched Fart Book. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching here? So then we saw them live. They're great live.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious live. So I would suggest, if you ever get a chance, though. Yeah. But you know what? If you have like a business card or something like that, I can take up to the promoter in Niagara Falls. He's getting pretty busy, so
I mean, I don't have a card.
I'll tell him to email you.
Yeah, you can just tell him my name and he can look me up.
Yeah, he'll come find you. Yeah, he's pretty busy and stuff like that. I've been bucking him for a long time to get Hardwick up there and get you guys all up there to have a fun. Because his con started off very small, and now it's so big that the area they have it in, I don't even know how they have it in there anymore.
Yeah.
Because they get like the 5th largest foot traffic in North America now.
Oh, crazy.
And it's about half the size of this place. It's ridiculous.
That's
really ridiculous. Well, it's a pleasure been talking to you.
Oh yeah, thanks so much for coming by.
Oh,
appreciate it. Yeah.
Mayday. We need your help.
He needs my help.
Mayday.
There was a guy named Jonah, not too different from you or me. He worked at Gizmonic Institute, just another mug in a yellow jumpsuit.
Hello? What the heck?
A distress call came in for him at noon. That's when an evil woman trapped him on the dark side of the moon.
I'll send him cheesy movies, the worst I can find. He'll have to sit and watch them all, and we'll monitor his mind.
Now keep in mind that Jonah can't control when the movies begin or end. So he'll have to keep his sanity with the help of his robot friends. Robot roll call. If you're wondering how he eats and breathes and other science facts, just repeat to yourself, it's just a show.